our coolant level should essentially be always at max, right? So it should be at the max level at all times. If it's not at max, then something is wrong. What's going on YouTube? It's Bruce with Bruce Custom Motors, bringing you guys another official video, bringing you guys a video. All right guys, this is a topic that a lot of people may not know about, but is essential for the success and the health of our vehicles. If you ever found yourself in a situation where your car is running a little bit hot, if you feel that your car is losing coolant, if you feel that you have to put in more coolant than you traditionally have, like for example, our coolant level should always be, excuse me, as you guys can see I'm working, hands pretty dirty. Our coolant level should essentially be always at max. If it's not at max, then something is wrong. So you need to fill it up to where it is at the max capacity. Now, a lot of times you may be at max, but if you start your car, all of the coolant will run through the actual engine. So you won't know if it's at max unless it's cold and it's in standby. So wait for it to be in standby, because if I start my car now and it gets warm, a lot of this coolant is going to circulate through the engine. Now, why is coolant important? Because it's the life of your engine. So coolant is essentially going to be like the veins of your engine. It's going to go circulate through the engine blocks, through the chambers. That's why when you have a cracked head, a lot of times you have oil mixed with coolant and it turns into that mushy area, because inside of the engine is where you have the coolant chambers, just like veins to a human body. Now, what is wrong with our cars? Why is it that the coolant gets low? Just like I did a video on oil, and please watch that, is right here at the top. Well, it gets low sometimes because of this. As you can see, I have a new one right here, right? So this is going to be the coolant reservoir, right? So the coolant reservoir is for the overfill in your coolant. If your car is running hot, it communicates with the radiator just to ensure that you have the right circulation in your vehicle. Now, sometimes if you look, these seals and these gaskets in here, get a good look, these seals and these gaskets in here can wear out like so, especially if you have a pan under your car. As you guys can see on my car, because of the build, I don't have a pan underneath, so I can see any leaks. But if you don't, the coolant can leak. And the crazy part about it, guys, is when the coolant leaks, you won't see it because it's going to evaporate, and you're eventually going to run into the issue where you're not getting the maximum capacity and performance of your vehicle, because one, is running too hot, chambers running too hot, end up with cylinder issues, and eventually end up with a cracked head if you're pushing your car hard. So yeah, pay attention to this. This is really important. It's essential for your vehicle. So if I take this off right here, you can see right here, I knew I had a leak when I was driving, and I tried to do like any other bootlegger would do, and I tried to put on some sealant. Of course that didn't work. It was just for me to get home, because I knew I was going to buy this. So do not put sealant on this, it will not work. So to take this off, I'm essentially going to raise up this pin right here, and then I'm going to raise up the pin right here so that I can take it off, and then I'll show you guys how the old one looks versus the new one. All right guys, you can use any pick you want. I'm just going to use one of these, and I'm just going to pretty much go under right here, as you can see, and then I'm going to use this and just kind of pry it up. There we go, got it off. So now that I have that clip off, I'm just going to kind of play with it. See that? You can see, just wiggled it off just like that. As you can see, wiggled off just like that. Remember guys, don't put sealant on it, the sealant won't work. Now, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory for the top part as well. I'm just gonna go ahead for the top part. That one was easier, pull that off. Then I'm just gonna do the same thing, just kind of wiggle it off. All right, so now let's see the difference between the old one and the new one. So guys, I'm gonna say, when you're taking it out, be very careful. I just had to pry this out of my vehicle, and essentially that was the issue. This was cracked, but this was still in the car right here, and so the coolant was seeping out through this crack. And as you can see, if you look at the new one versus the old one, pretty much a big difference. Guys, I mean, I don't even think I need to explain the gravity of how you can have a coolant leak and how I had a coolant leak and what it could be. And if you just kind of dig a little bit deeper and deep dive it, that it's not going to be that crucial, right? It could be something this little. So before you go paying thousands of dollars saying, hey, I have a coolant leak, troubleshoot and do stuff like this. So I mean, it's self-explanatory. Now I'm going to be ready to rock and roll and put the new one back on my vehicle, and I won't have any leaks. As I said before, you see there's a gasket and a seal, gasket and a seal. And I had to actually pry this out of my vehicle from right here. So yeah, guys, just wanted to show you guys this video. It's going to be pretty much an easy hookup and install. You just kind of reverse it. And yeah, I appreciate your love and support. This is Bruce with Bruce Custom Motors. Thank you for subscribing and joining the channel. Please watch all of my videos. All right, take care, bye.